I don't know. I'm not sure I could get away with this on Sunday morning with the Methodists, but the Episcopalians might be okay with it.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone, or evening as the case may be, and welcome to the dining room table of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. Now, what you're looking at, beautifully displayed here in the afternoon sun, are the items that will be for sale on Monday night. That's tomorrow night if you're watching this on Sunday at 8 p.m. There it is. Okay, we're going to zoom in and talk about these items. Now, that's not all of it, but that's most of it. And some of you say, oh, I don't want to know. I'd rather be surprised. Well, then don't watch this video. But those of you, many folks have said, hey, we really appreciate you letting us know what's for sale. Gives us an idea. And so I'm going to continue to try to do this as often as I can. I have moved some of my amber glass out of the way because normally I have a console set there, and the console set that's up on the china closet there is, well, I'm always moving things around, but why don't we just talk about this beautiful glass quickly, give you an idea what you might be able to win Monday night at 8 o'clock, so don't forget to tune in. All right, we will start from the back, I guess, and move our way around. Here is a cocktail shaker with balloons on it. That's got to be 60s. And I don't remember whether it's Continental Can Company. Very nice. Excellent condition. However, it's missing its little cap. So if you're going to shake, 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 put your finger over that when you're shaking your cocktails, or you'll get splashed. Because that little tiny metal cap is missing. You can find them. So there are all the different cocktails you can get. And this is mid-century, of course. We'll have that tomorrow night. And there's a candy dish in amber. I think that might be Fenton. I'm going to go pretty quickly with these things today because you'll hear me on Monday night give you the makers, the dimensions, and all of that business. So no need to do it twice. These are probably not old. I love the color and I love the shape. It's such a classic sort of 1930s, almost Art Deco shape. But there's no markings on them. There's no wear on the bottom. Something tells me that they're not old. So you don't typically see me do something like this, but I really love this color, and I think it would be excellent with black glass. And there's just 4 of these little tumblers for your table. As we keep moving around, we've got 2 flower frogs back here by Cambridge. There is the Bashful Charlotte and the Draped Lady. The Bashful Charlotte here is leaning over, as she is supposed to, looking a little chilly with no clothes on. It is September, sweetie, but I guess you do have to take a bath. And then the Draped Lady here, also Cambridge flower frog, right? Okay, the candlesticks back there remind me of spider webs or bat wings. Let's take the candles out because they'll fall, undoubtedly. So we'll pick one up and let you see. I just love the way that looks like the wings of a bat. So I think these are great for Halloween decorating. And I don't remember, possibly an Indiana glass design. I do know, it's just that at the moment it escapes me, but I'll let you know tomorrow night. So I've got two of these. Can you imagine some old spooky candles in there, and I don't know, put some those little fake cobwebs across them. I think this just looks like something from the Haunted Mansion, even though it is in clear glass. Then back there are the two Libby glass large. I don't know whether they call them tumblers when they're that big. But we have two of those with the naked ladies dancing all around. Good grief, I don't know. Is that what you drink a Long Island iced tea out of? I'm not sure. This, I believe, is made by Chase. It's a wonderful bud vase or long stem rose vase. And that's in copper. Take a look at that. It's not marked on the bottom. Might have been, but it's all corroded, and it is weighted, very heavy. I'm almost certain this is a piece of Chase copper. And I really like that. Just for the two of you, two amber stems, lovely, right? Paneled optic, encrusted with gold. It's coming off in places, wearing off. Pretty elegant depression glass from the 1930s, late 20s into the 30s. See the gold design on there? Just these two, but they match. Look at that back there. That is just on fire. You're tired of hearing me say liquid honey, but I don't know what else to say. That might be English or Czechoslovakian, I don't know. It is a big, heavy, beautiful amber center bowl, unmarked, with a nice relief all around the upper band. And it looks like, is there a fleur-de-lis in there? Maybe sort of. And it's sort of frosted here. But this is just, oh my gosh, that is a beautiful fire polished quality big bowl. And we'll really see that on Monday night. There's the large black glass vase with the Art Deco silver overlay flowers on it. I love that. Oh, don't let me forget to tell you about that. That's the honorable mention back there. Probably made by Imperial, the wide panel iridescent glass bowl in marigold. Great big center bowl. Look at that shine. My goodness. It's a good thing I don't have that shine on my blue serge pants. That is just a lovely bowl. Once again, Imperial, I think. Not Columbia. Not awful. Cambridge. We've talked about the Ivy bowl here. Look at that. Bought that on my Kentucky trip. Looks like it needs to be cleaned around the top a little bit. You see that? But that's just liquid honey as well. There's the keyhole stem on the Cambridge. I had three, but I broke one, sadly, so we'll just do this one crackle here, and we'll probably put this little smoke glass vase with it. Is this a little Fenton dude? Probably so. Blue basket. Applied handle, and it's ruffled. There's the blue sort of opaline looking hands in glass welcoming you in. Copying an old Victorian pattern, but not old glass. I have to go and look and see, but didn't McKee do this? I just don't. Well, I'll tell you tomorrow night. I keep saying that. This is just a quickie preview. Now get down here and look at these. That is a Paden City powder jar, powder puff jar that went with a dresser set. Use it as a little candy dish. You're trying to cut down, you can't get too many candy corns in there. The thing is, you just can't run out to the kitchen and keep refilling it. Beautiful Paden City amber glass, meant as a little powder jar for a woman's vanity, but there, we can use it for whatever we'd like. Here's a piece of black glass, which could be Ellie Smith or Hazel Atlas. Something's telling me maybe Hazel Atlas, because it's looking very, the bottom of it is looking very modern tone to me, but what do I know? And this was probably a little sugar bowl, I expect, but that would be a cute little candy dish in black glass. And then this wonderful 1960s organic looking ashtray in blue glass in great condition. So we'll have that for you tomorrow night. And then the two little, these are supposed to, well, they were ashtrays, but they look like little coal buckets. I think this is Continental Can again, which of course was Hazel Atlas, or acquired Hazel Atlas. So we have these two, which are actually ashtrays, and then an underplate here that would have been probably for a cream and a sugar or something like that. We'll just go ahead and sell that. I don't know, maybe sell this together. Haven't decided yet. Could be McKee. Could be McKee. I did see a couple people said that, and they were right. And I think I might have seen in one of my books that this, let me sit down here. That's a pressed glass bowl, but it's got an iridescence on it, which gives you the colors of the rainbow. We will try to get you to see it, but we might not be able to. You've got to be in certain light. Let me fiddle with it with just a little bit more. I hope I've got the right. Yeah, that's the bowl I'm thinking of. Possibly down here on the floor you get, do you see a little bit of the oil on water sort of rainbow slick? That's a finish that was put on it. And it just gives it, you'll see little hints of purple and blue. There you go, see? I wasn't holding my mouth right. And that's just a great big beautiful console, fruit bowl there really could be. With no damage on that. And I think it might be a McKee glass piece. So this would be not your brilliant cut, but your early American pressed. And then we recognize this poppy design here. So there's the bowl turned upside down and another casserole bowl, and the lid can be a trivet, right? So you can take that off. We won't mess with that now because it's just balanced there. Here's a nice piece of American pottery for serving in the autumn season. Let's see who made this. I don't remember if it's a Taylor Smith Taylor. It's a nice casserole dish. You could get a little bit of sweet potato casserole in there if you want. And it is a Taylor Smith Taylor. Very good. We can just see that there. Don't know the name of the pattern. Probably something like Autumn Leaf, you know, something like that. Put the lid back on. And let me scour this table again in case I've missed anything. Now there will be other items. You know, I do add more items and sometimes, but I won't be pulling any of these. These will all be offered Monday night, plus some other things. Remember, we start at 8 o'clock. Don't be late, because I start at 8 o'clock and I only chit-chat for 10 minutes. So the first item goes up for sale at 8:10, and we go until about 10 o'clock. We might go until 10:30. The honorable mention item over here is so much fun. I've had it for a long time, and I know this is old. And when I say old, I think we're back in the 1920s or 30s on this piece, and we've talked about it, and everybody has made their guesses. I believe it is a cozy for something. Now, a toaster, a coffee pot, a teapot, a water bottle, A lot of people are going to make guesses, but you should see the dimensions of it in comparison to a toaster. So why don't we do that? Hold on, we'll be right back. Well, I'll tell you what, come on, let's go out to the kitchen. Just don't look too closely. And no, I have not put the escutcheon plate. Look, there's this really funny story about that. And there's a reason, but we'll get into it later. Let's go out here for a minute. Hold on for a second. You're really not even supposed to be seeing any of this. Let me close the basement door. All right, there's my 1939, see me in the reflection, toaster. And I want you to see how big this thing is in comparison. Because a lot of you are saying, oh, it's a toaster cozy. Well, that would be a monster toaster. So that is huge, right? So my feeling is probably it was not a cozy for a toaster, but perhaps a coffee pot. Let's see what that looks like. Now, I told you I had one of those bean cookers that I've kept for myself. Let's go find a coffee pot. Okay, we saw that this cozy was way too big, if it is a cozy, for a toaster. And here it is sitting next to an electric percolator. Well, let me get down. Sorry about that. I guess this angle isn't quite right. Here it is next to a small electric percolator. Yeah. And well, this is a percolator, but this would sit on a heating, on a burner, and this would percolate, but this doesn't actually have an electric cord that attaches to it. So the difficulty here is the distance from the handle to the spout. That's almost 10 inches there. And the opening to this guy here is, you can see there's a stain in there. It's about that much, but look how delicate that silk is. And I'm just thinking that this is just too delicate to be a cozy for one of these, because I would think that the silk on the inside would get snagged, you know, on some of the sharper parts of the coffee pot. So it's not easy to do this with one hand, but you can kind of, you see, it just kind of doesn't really make sense. And these stay hot anyway. So maybe this went over, maybe this was supposed to go over something that was very tall and didn't have sharp points to it. Or it might not be a cozy for the kitchen at all. This might be something for the bedroom. Now, you can't stick your feet in there. They wouldn't fit, in my opinion. I don't know if you'd stick a hot water bottle in there and then cozy up to this at night. Maybe you put it on your head and you dance around and you perform some type of All Saints Day ritual. I don't know. So go ahead and put your guesses in the bottom. And if you think you know what it is, please say that you think you know what it is. If you are certain that you know what it is, what's your reference? All right, give us a reference so that we can double check and maybe we can actually pinpoint it. But it's old. I don't see any tags on it anywhere. I just love the thing. Yeah. So I love the thing. Oh, who left that ginger snap out? Ooh. I don't know. I'm not sure I could get away with this on Sunday morning with the Methodists, but the Episcopalians might be okay with it.